The air inside the derelict station tasted like rust. My helmet hissed as I adjusted the oxygen mix, trying not to gag on the stale metallic tang. Beyond the viewport, the planet Argesta swirled in deep crimson storms, its atmosphere forever turbulent. I had been sent here under orders from the Interstellar Council. Explore the remains of the Ketheri outpost, a research facility abandoned 50 years ago after its mysterious collapse. At least that's what the official mission logs said. Unofficially, whispers followed the station like ghosts, rumors of alien experiments, creatures that were not entirely alive, not entirely dead. But I wasn't here for rumors. I was here to find data cores, salvage what I could, and hopefully discover why a multi-billion credit research hub had gone dark overnight. The corridors stretched into darkness, my flashlight beam catching faded murals on the walls. The Ketheri had been artists as much as scientists. Their writing coiled like silver serpents across the panels, symbols that danced when I stared too long. Every step I took echoed like I was trespassing inside a cathedral. And then I saw her. At first, I thought she was another mural, a carving etched into the wall, but she moved. A figure slender, tall, and entirely unlike any human. Her skin shimmered with nacreous light, the way pearl catches sun. Eyes vast and luminous like oceans under starlight. She wasn't supposed to be here. No living Ketheri had been recorded in decades. Yet she stood in the corridor, watching me with a stillness that made my pulse falter. I raised my scanner, my voice caught in my throat. I should have spoken protocol, identification requests, standard greeting. Instead, what tumbled out was something else entirely. I struggle to speak. Because you're beautiful. The words slipped past me before I realized I'd said them. They weren't scientific, they weren't rational, they were raw, human. The alien woman froze. Her luminous eyes widened, a ripple of light shuddering across her skin. For a moment, she seemed startled, almost vulnerable, as though I had touched something sacred. Silence stretched between us. My heart hammered. I'd broken every rule of first contact, spoken without caution, without diplomacy. Yet she did not flee. Instead, she answered. Her voice was not sound but resonance, vibrating inside my skull like music underwater. You'd see me. I nodded mutely, lowering my scanner. The beginning of understanding. We moved carefully through the halls, neither fully trusting the other but unwilling to part. She revealed her name, or rather what could pass for one. Sereth, a Ketheri who had survived the collapse of her people. The station was not empty, she explained, but caught between dimensions. A failed experiment had torn it apart, half-phased into a realm humans could scarcely comprehend. I listened, my training forgotten. The council had told us the Ketheri perished in an accident. Seretha's presence made that lie clear. You've been alone for 50 years. Yes. Her gaze drifted, heavy with sorrow. Time does not flow the same here. But yes, alone until you spoke. The weight of her solitude struck me harder than any alien wonder. A being of light and artistry, trapped in rusting halls, waiting for voices that never came. And somehow my clumsy admission, my confession of beauty, had broken her isolation. Shadows of the past. As we explored deeper, Sereth guided me past chambers twisted by dimensional fracture. Machinery floated in midair, frozen mid-collapse. Doors led to nowhere, opening into void. The station was a corpse stitched together by science gone wrong. But she revealed something more terrifying. The Ketheri had not abandoned their research. They had been building a weapon, one that could manipulate perception itself, bending the minds of entire civilizations. A war was coming, Sereth said, one her people had foreseen but not survived to fight. The council knew, I muttered bitterly, piecing together the truth. That's why they sent me alone. Disposable. Sereth touched my arm lightly, her fingers cool but tingling, as though light itself brushed my skin. You are not disposable. You are the one who saw. Her words lodged in my chest. For the first time in years, after endless missions where I was nothing but a cog in the council's machine, I felt seen. Yet our bond came at a cost. The deeper we went, the more unstable the corridors grew. Time itself jittered, my wrist display leaping hours and seconds. In one chamber, I glimpsed dozens of Sereths, each frozen in a different motion, reflections of her across fractured timelines. She looked at them with horror. These are echoes of me, pieces left behind. Then we have to get you out, I said. She hesitated. Perhaps it is not possible. I am bound to this station. No. There has to be a way. For the first time she smiled faintly, an expression both alien and achingly familiar. Conflict, the Guardians. The station was not unprotected. As we approached the central core, constructs stirred. Metallic sentinels, half machine, half organic, eyes glowing with the same resonance as Seretha's voice. They had been designed to guard the weapon, loyal to the Ketheri's last command. When they detected me, alarms reverberated like shrieks through the metal bones of the station. Blades of plasma hissed to life. I raised my blaster, knowing it would do little. But Sereth stepped forward. Light radiated from her, pulsing in patterns that the constructs hesitated to obey. For a heartbeat they faltered. Go, she told me. Only you can retrieve the core. I'm not leaving you, I said. She looked back, eyes burning with both gratitude and sorrow. If you stay, we both die. If you go, there is a chance. The constructs lunged. I fired blindly, diving past them, trusting Seretha's glow to distract them long enough. Behind me, the sound of combat was a symphony of shattering light and steel. The revelation. The core chamber was unlike anything I had seen. A sphere suspended in midair, humming with dimensional energy. Reality bent around it, walls curving like liquid. Inside the sphere pulsed a fragment of memory, the last essence of the Ketheri. As I touched the controls, visions assaulted me. Entire galaxies crumbling, empires enslaved, minds rewritten. The weapon was too dangerous to exist. And yet within the visions I saw Sereth. Her presence woven into the core. Her very essence tied to its survival. If I destroyed it, she would vanish. My hand trembled. The council wanted the weapon intact. My heart wanted her alive. But my conscience knew the truth. Neither could survive together. Sereth staggered into the chamber, her body flickering, light dimmed from battle. She saw my hesitation and understood instantly. Do it, she whispered. End it. Me. No, I said, tears burning my eyes. Not after I just found you. Her hand touched my cheek, a gesture impossibly tender. You gave me what I thought was lost forever. You saw beauty in me. That is enough. Now let me go. I struggled, torn between love and duty. Finally, I whispered the same words that had bound us at the start. I struggle to speak, because you're beautiful. And then I destroyed the core, ending the aftermath. Light erupted, swallowing the chamber. The station convulsed, tearing apart as dimensional fractures collapsed inward. I was hurled into darkness, my body ripped through void and silence. When I awoke, I was drifting in orbit above Argesta, my pod's emergency systems cradling me. Station was gone, erased from reality. But her voice lingered. Thank you.